What's going on, guys? Lucas here from Sports Advantage, and today I want to talk about the step up and how to properly implement it with athletes. So normally when I see athletes doing step ups, the box is a little bit too high. So when the box is too high, number one, they're using momentum to get up on the box, and number two, their hip shift. Now this isn't necessarily always a bad thing, but when you're looking for direct recruitment and isolation of that single leg, then this can cause problems for that. So when our hip shift, the first thing that has to happen before quality movement can occur is that our intrinsic muscles of our hips have to fire to help shift our hips back into a proper position before we can continue on with the movement. So lowering the box will help eliminate that and help provide a quality movement pattern. Because as you're going through with the step up, the height of the box isn't always indicative of the challenging movement or the quality of the movement. Height isn't always the factor of this, and isn't something you're always seeking to increase. Sometimes it's better to take a step back and lower the box and make sure the movement is quality and that there isn't momentum being done to help make that movement happen. So going through, when there's movement, when the box is too high and they're using momentum, typically you'll see them bounce off that back foot and control it down and bounce back off of it, and the knee bounce to get up off of it, and also those hip shifts. So before I can even get up, my hips have to pivot back underneath of me. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like I said before, if you're looking for direct isolation of that quad, glute, hamstring, the leg itself, then lowering the box is definitely a better idea. And sometimes the athletes just don't have enough strength to use this high of a box, so lowering it will teach them proper movement patterns. That way, when they do gather that strength, that maybe they can bump up in box height. So going through again, using momentum, they're bouncing up to get there. But if we were just to lower the box to begin with, then they could put their foot on the box, lean into it till they feel most of their weight on their foot, and then stand up out of it without having to use any momentum and controlling it back down. Leaning into it till most of the weight is on the foot, driving up, and controlling it back down. So lowering the box is always a better idea than increasing that height to challenge the athlete on the single leg movement. If you guys have any questions about this movement and how we use it with our athletes, please feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.